Good dag, Enorga. Good morning. Buenos tardes. Buenos dias. Buenas noches. Depends where you are. Hello, England. Hello, Ukraine, Poland. Hello, Israel. How are you guys doing out there? Maybe this video will go because I think that the video is about something that is CO2, global warming, because I think we forgot that we breathe CO2. Yes, exactly. You breathe out CO2. And then what is this global warming thing, everybody? Don't sound strange? When you breathe from the air, oxygen, and then you breathe out, you spell out CO2? It's not strange for you that you are going to fight a cause that is about CO2, something that you breathe out? I'm sorry to tell you, I'm confused then. So what is all about this global warming thing? Is global warming what the planet has to do her own agenda? Because on this part, we should think already. Were you here when the dinosaurs disappeared? No. Were you here when the continents were all together and start to split up from the Pangaea and to form what we know today with the seas flowing and the rivers that the man didn't create? Were you here? Or we believe now that we are God? Yes, I believe I'm God as much as you are too. But come on, let's think a little bit together here. You are not being part of this, and then you blame something that is CO2 that you breathe out again. But you forgot that you breathe in CO2, you breathe out, the plants gonna remove from the air, and the trees, everything that is green gonna do this job. That is called photosynthesis. So you should go and read that. So what that tells you this now? It's not strange. But it's not strange for me not taking responsibilities, because let's think like that. If the planet has a tornado, what can you do? If two tectonic plates, they collide against each other, that you learn in school and form, for example, Himalayas, the mountains. What can you do to stop them to grow? Can you do something? No. Can you stop a tornado or a tsunami? Can you do that too, please? Because if you can do that, you are God. And I should acknowledge that. But now coming blaming CO2 and global warming, yes, guess what? You had ice age, you had warm times. You had ice age, you warm time. So what did this tell you too? That you are doing a cycle. A cycle, everybody, a cycle. You're doing what they call the translatation movement around the sun. That takes 6,000 years. If you don't know that, please go and read again, because I'm getting very confused with this whole CO2 bullshit, blah, blah, blah. It's nothing to do with CO2, because the planet, guess what? She is so beautiful, so gorgeous, that she accepts at least my CO2, your CO2. Okay? So looks like very strange, looks like a fraud, looks like illegal acts to be using and involve you to them to get some money from it. What I mean by money? New corporations funded by the governments to do research. Yeah, research on what? On what they can control the planet? Look, I'm not gonna tell you different words because I don't know where you've been studying, guys. I'm sorry to tell you. But it's time to be grown up and responsible. And this is where I go now. When I put my garbage, where do you put your garbage? In Europe and the countries that we call it normal. You put it inside the recycles, bins. They come, they collect. Now, how come my garbage that we are paying to be dealt inside the country, each country, how come that show up a Tesco bag, IKEA bag, all of this? You deliver to the government. Pay attention to this, what I'm telling you. You deliver to the government this. And what the government's has done, they've been chipping over. That's what when you open an animal now, that's what you see. So who did that? It was the planet Earth. It was man. Now, this is global killing. I'm going further than global warming that always existed and no man can do anything about it. I don't deny it, the global warming. The global warming is here as much as global cooling has been happening because you had ice time, warm time. Ice time, warm is like you have day and you have night. You have day and you have night. What can you do now to stop the day and the night? I don't think you can do much. What can you do? Water falling from the rivers? You can do a lot. And then you're going to blame when you divert the rivers, create those water supplies around the cities, that the people are enjoying canoe trips, beautiful areas to create tourism and so on and so on, your life quality. That is what is killing each other, because you are touching the river. And then be careful what I'm going to say. Your aquifer water is like a straw. You put it, everybody put a straw inside the glass and you take. Guess what? If you divert that water, there is no water falling into that glass anymore. That's what they did too. And now they call it global warming, because what you see is the water is not more there, and then they blame. When they put people living in Miami, I can almost guarantee to you, they knew in the planifications, because I learned in school about tectonic plates too. Miami, they know, is going to go underwater as much as New York, because the tectonic and the planet Earth will do this anyway. And because you want some support from the people now, you're going to raise, this is because the planet Earth. Because global warming, no. This is herself. So divide what she's doing and can do, and divide what you are doing and what you can do. Because until now, nobody has been responsible for any act. I'm going to turn around this the other way. If I kill in Norway a deer, I'm going to take responsibilities for that through the law. If I drink alcohol and drive, nobody divide the man from the action. Guess what? I'm going to call and treat it as a criminal. But when Boris Johnson did on the Brexit case, that sounds very strange, the whole spooky thing. When the court found his actions were illegal to close it. When everybody's telling the man, don't do that, and he involves the Queen to sign the document, involve someone to do something that, for what I understood, she didn't want to do this. And now, where is the police when they heard illegal? Did they went like they do to a nigger's house? Boom, 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 this is the police. Did they do that? No. The man's still walking free. So he's above the law. As much as the garbage they're sending away, it's above the law. Did they told you in Amazons now, you have golden mines have been extracted? Did they told you? But they have. Last weekend, what? Guess what? The meeting for the global warming. This weekend. Do they have to be so smart to know that CO2 is not a problem? What not to tell everybody that should be reading should find out that the ice, there is a methane that is under the ice. And if you release that, it's 10 times worse when there's the oxidation reaction at the atmosphere. You're going to have a compound that calls the nitrous dioxide, and it's a chemical gas that's when you use to sleep, it's even worse than CO2, because CO2 she can deal, I believe so too. Now, I have to control the CO2, the emissions, the pollution of the air. That is something else. But please don't put child in the middle of a battles that you guys are trying to win some money, that try to make poverty, taking money from the taxpayers, and then you don't take your own actions. When someone move an animal from the sea and open and cut the animal, or someone see throw, you have seen it. You call that global warming too? Or you are dividing and trying to find out where those plastics came from, and then you go after them and make justice. Then you're talking about global warming. Because you forgot that industrial revolution In France, it's on the books. You should go and read, or else it's going to be blah, 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 like always. Guess what? It's on the 18th century. And before then, she was warming and cooling as she's doing now. Or can you do something about these things too? Since when men allow themselves to think like that too? That you can now stop a tornado, that you can stop a seismos. No, you can predict it, when and how. And then you need to move yourselves from there. That's our job now. It's not to go around and call it things that you don't know. Look, this thing is sad. It's very sad for me because I am confused again. It's sad because you react in global warming in a wrong way because you felt the fear to die, the fear to be extincted. But you forgot that there is people living in those areas that using the plastics and the bags don't have anything to do with that. And then you don't have braves enough to raise yourselves up as men with the balls and power in your voice. Not power with guns, because I don't believe on that. I believe in my integrity and respect for myself because I love every human in this planet and any animal equal to me. Because I understood how important the ecosystem is important. And now, tell me now, are you going to divide the man from the action, or are you going to start to not to divide that? Keep the man and the action itself and use the Socrates philosopher. My freedom ends where yours starts. So respect each other, everybody, and respect everything around you. And start to look how the other ones on the other side of the planet, they are feeling. Think about that now. That's not global warming. Because what she's doing, she will do anyway with us here or without us. I'm not denying that. I am putting is a different approach. Is the way that they allow them to go away sideways without any consequences for them. They just move space, they kill the animals. When you kill one, you're going to respond. So it is not equal. If you kill a tree, you're going to respond. And by the way, it's in the Amazon during the ONU or the human rights or something like that. There is something that says you cannot cut any tree unless it's for agriculture. There you see how the law is done. So now please use your brains, use your D's, Look, for example, what they did in France when to raise up the money for Notre Dame. Look at that. When Amazon is killing, it's your lung, and you know now because I told you. And I explained to you now. If you are doubt, you go and read, or else it's going to be blah, 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 everybody. Leave the humans. Be a human. Use you to think. I love you all, and please subscribe to my next, because more is to come. Love you guys. Thank you.